welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today I'm going to be creating a shaped easel card, and you can use this method to create an easel card with any of your shaped dies as long as they're symmetrical. So I'm going to be using these Flourish Doily dies, which are new ones from Spellbinders. So you get this piece that sits around it, and this is the piece that we're going to be using to create our easel card. Then you've got Joy, which cuts out of the card, To the World, that cuts into the card. So I'll show you, it cuts in like this, and then I've just cut a board around it with my trimmer. Then you've got these two pieces and these two pieces, which create some berries. You've got a couple of swirls, and you've got these holly leaves. So to create my card, I've got 3 of these shapes cut out. So I've used this outside piece for these. And these are cut out of soft seafoam cardstock from Stampin' Up. And 2 of them I'm going to leave like that, and the third one I'm going to die cut. So I want my card to go up this way, but that means I'm going to score it this way. So I'm scoring it from side to side of the card. So I can measure up here and see that my card front is nearly 4 1/4 inches. So I'm going to grab my score tool. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to leave it a bit away from here, and then this next score line needs to go halfway through your shape. So if you've got a 5-inch shape, then you would need to score it at 2 1/2 inches. So it just depends on what shape you're using. So I scored mine at 2 1/8 inches, and then I'm just making sure that it folds exactly in half. And this is why you need a symmetrical shape, because you need to be able to fold it so that it's exactly in half like that. So then I'm going to fold this score line as well, and then this will form the easel part of my card. So I'm just going to glue above the score line. So the only thing that changes with different shapes is where you score the midline, so it just needs to be halfway through your shape. Everything else, the construction's exactly the same. So then this is my card front, so that will stand like that, and this one will go like that. So I'm just going to construct my card front on here. So I'll set that one to the side for a minute. So this is the Flourish Doily piece, so that's what this cuts out, and I've cut that out of Night of Navy cardstock from Stampin' Up. I'd actually love to hear what your favourite cardstocks are. If you could leave it in the comments below, because I'm still using up a lot of my Stampin' Up cardstock. So I've got a few bits of cardstock that aren't Stampin' Up, but I'd like to try some different brands. So I'd love it if you could leave me your favourite cardstock brands in the comments below, and then when I've got through some of my Stampin' Up cardstock, then I'll be able to try some of them out. So then this is the Joy that I've cut out, again in Night of Navy cardstock. I'm just going to put that in this space here. And then I've got these holly leaves that I've cut out of Evening Evergreen cardstock. I've got the kind of base pieces for the berries that I've cut out of Real Red cardstock, and these are the pieces to stick on them, again in Real Red cardstock. And then I'm going to add those to the sides. So then I'm going to add some glue just up to the score line on here. So you can see I'm just adding it to this front bit here. And then I'm going to add this on top of here, making sure that I line it up with that easel piece. And then I want to stand it up using the rest of the sentiment. So I cut this from navy cardstock, and then I've got this piece of gold to go underneath. So I'm going to glue those together a second. And then I'm just going to add some of this foam tape on the back. It's important that you use foam tape or foam pads or something like that for the back of this, because that needs to be the stopper for your easel. So that you can see, without a stopper, it's just going to fall down like that. So I need to see whereabouts I want it to stand, so I quite like it at that angle. So I'm going to pop that just there so that it stops it just there. And then it stands up like that. So like I say, you can do that construction with any shaped die as long as it's symmetrical, because like I say, for this easel bit you need to be able to fold it in half. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's card. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future cards. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new card available. All of the products that I've used for today's card are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog. So if you head over to my blog, there's a picture supply list there if that makes it easier to find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.